Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't think this video is going to be necessarily too long, but it really depends on how long I do with this talking and whatever. But it does go to show that that the media is mostly silent on this, and I'll show you proof after these videos. But they're only showing about the whole Ralph thing, talking to this guy, and talking about racial tendencies and stuff like that. But we're not going to talk about, you know, the black guy shooting a 6-year-old kid in the face, along with other children. And even now, the father is shot 3 times in the back because, what have you. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's a black male that shot him. And he has quite a great record of criminal history. Seems like these people are constantly being released for some apparent reason. Well, without further ado, here's the one video of, them talk about the Ralph situation, but not talking about anybody else. Take a look.
Father is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies and beliefs.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are. It's the conspiracies and weird random racist things they say, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just scared.
Now, listen, you're generalizing a lot here about, you said older Christian white males, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're scared? Talk to me more, please.
It's just, I feel like a lot of people of that generation are caught up in this 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia perpetuated by some other news stations. And he was fully into that, sit and watch Fox News all day, every day, blaring in his living room. And I think that stuff really kind of reinforces this negative view of minority groups and leads people to be doesn't necessarily lead people to be racist, but it reinforces and galvanizes racist people and their beliefs.
So as you can see here, obviously, that this, they're talking about the whole shot with the Ralph Roll and the racism and what have you, but when it comes down to a 6-year-old girl that was shot in the face, they're silent to be seen. Now, obviously, I'm going to show you the true article of everything, and then I'll let you guys know of what's been going on. So here is a clips of, essentially, of what the kid went through. She was shot, the crime, all that great stuff. Now we're going to be shocked about the criminal history, though. Take a look.
You shoot my daddy and me. Tried to shoot a kid's dad.
This morning, a 6-year-old girl and her parents recovering after they were shot by a neighbor, all because of an errant basketball. Authorities say 24-year-old Robert Louis Singletary grabbed a gun and approached a group of children after the basketball from their street game rolled into his driveway. According to police, William White, the father of 6-year-old Kingsley, noticed Singletary and tried to draw gunfire toward himself to protect the children before being shot in the back. He is still in the hospital. Authorities launching a massive manhunt for Singletary, who remains on the loose.
Using metal detectors all around the house here in this late morning. We want to give you a look at who it is exactly. Now, that person is facing 4 counts of attempted murder with 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill. He's also facing a possession of firearm by a felon charge. Now, earlier this morning, we saw about a dozen law enforcement agents in the neighborhood. Gaston County Police are taking help from neighboring law enforcement agencies like the County Sheriff's Department, as well as CMPD. Detectives were going door to door to talk with neighbors. They brought out K-9 units as well to search around the property. See, this house sits on the edge of a very wooded area, and county officials told us that they were searching the woods last night. See, the shooting happened right around 8 o'clock. A man and a child went to the hospital with serious injuries. Officials tell us that a woman was grazed by the bullets and another man was shot at but was not injured. Now, we understand that the child was released from the hospital today, but the man is still under doctor's care but is in stable condition. Now, police, as they're searching for Singletary, they ask that the public don't approach him, but if they see him, to instead call 911 or call the county police department. They believe him to be armed and dangerous. Crime Stoppers has a reward for any information relating to the investigation. Could be up to $1,000 if it leads to an arrest.
In the past few hours has been coming from these court documents. These right here are from his arrest back in December, to where he is accused of assaulting his girlfriend and then kidnapping her. He has been out on bond since being arrested, and we do know that authorities have been called out to his home more recently there on April Drive. And you couple that with what happened last night, and neighbors say that it seemed as if he had no regard for human life.
He walked through his yard and he said he was going to kill the kid.
Going to kill the kid. 5 words allegedly directed at a group of children, some barely old enough to touch a basketball rim, by 24-year-old Robert Singletary.
He tried to shoot him.
6-year-old Kinsley White and her mother, Ashley Hildebrand, said the shooting started because one of the neighborhood kids walked into Singletary's yard near the corner of April Drive and Greer Street, all to get their basketball. He was heard yelling at kids, then adults, and then...
We're getting multiple calls in right now. Somebody is saying their child has been shot.
Well, I heard the pow, 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 pow.
Kinsley's father, William White, was shot multiple times.
And when he went to the ground, the guy continued to shoot. He didn't care who he shot, who he killed. He was out to kill any and everybody.
Kinsley was shot in the left side of her cheek.
It stuck in her cheek. It didn't go all the way through her mouth. Or how it lodged the way it did is God was with her.
Gaston County Court documents revealed Singletary's been on law enforcement radar since October. On October 4th, he claimed his girlfriend hit him with her vehicle in a domestic dispute. He even took out a restraining order against her on October 7th. Then, on December 2nd, police arrested Singletary. Allegedly, he had hit the same woman with a wooden sledgehammer, then held her against her will until she changed clothes, then threatened to kill her family. He was later released on bond. Police have responded to this area before, but won't say why, only that justice isn't far behind.
We'll be damn sure to be loud and clear when this case comes to court.
Right now, authorities are not saying if they believe that he is still in the county or even in this general area, but they do say that they are keeping a close eye out everywhere, and they do plan on getting him soon. But until neighbors do hear that words that he has been arrested, they say that they will remain awake and on edge.
So here you have it. This man has a prior criminal history, beating a girl with a sledgehammer, his girlfriend, holding her for ransom, or something along those lines. And, yeah, he was just out released on bail, because, you know, that's what you do when a man is essentially was, you know, going to beat a woman, and then holds another woman to take off all her clothes, and also to beat her with a sledgehammer. This is the rightful thing you do for when a person does this. Yeah, because this is what you do. And then he continues to go out into another area, shoots kids, mind you, and other people. Yeah, this is a great standard we should set in. By the way, if you guys actually want the know-how, we have this. So we have CNN talking about it. This is what it's 1 hour ago, right? They're talking about it, but there's no actual live coverage. There's nothing at all. It's just dead silence. Of course, they have it on their page here, but again, dead silence. They're not talking about it like they did to the other guy. They're not interviewing the kid. They're not doing anything at all. They're just being silent. And we have here, if we go down here, we have Go, CBS, NBC, and then we have NPR, which is, you know, some of these things here. But a lot of the time, it's just dead. There is nothing talking about it at all. Currently. And you go here to the main thing here, it's not even up on the high news, it's only Queen City. So you're seeing that there is a lot of silence on this. Not even Fox News is covering about this. And you think maybe Fox News might want to cover a little bit about this, but they're not. This is the reality that we're living in, folks, where we have this society to where they won't cover anything of the opposite race, but of course they'll cover things that have to do with, you know, a white man shooting a black kid or what have you. Not saying either of those are correct or right in the minutes. If anybody of any race shoots at anybody, they should be put to jail, and you get the same amount of coverage. But the fact that you want to remain silent on it is disgusting. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, as always. Take care.